first, when I started with A1, I completed A1 in a month. Each and every university has requirement of C1. And I was like, how am I going to give C1? I was like, no, I am an introvert. I can't talk to people. And then he was like, no, this is not going to work. You have to do it. So when I was, learning B1, sir asked me one question like, how will you survive in Germany? So I was like, I'm going to work. And I was like, okay, what will you work once you are in Germany? I was like, no, there are many jobs, they are waiting for me. And he was like, no, that's not how that works. You can't get a job without your proper German language, or you cannot get a job if you don't have enough skills. What will you be working in Germany? So I was like, I can find a job in a restaurant or in a cafe. And he was like, why do you want to work there? If you want to work in a restaurant and do the odd jobs, that is many jobs are like that are available in India, then you don't need to go to Germany.
Hello everyone, I'm here for the first ever episode of the ElManana podcast. My name is Janki, and this is our guest for today, Hetvi Pandya. Hetvi, do you mind introducing yourself a little bit?
Sure. So firstly, thank you so much, Janki, for calling me on this podcast. My name is Hetvi Pandya, and I have completed my 12th standard yet, and I'm going to Germany for my further studies. Basically, I'm going for Studienkolleg, which is a preparatory course in Germany, and it's completely German taught. So yeah, thank you.
Great. German taught, that's quite difficult, no? How did you come, let's start from the beginning, right? How did you come across ElManana? When did you join? And why are you deciding to go for a German taught program? That seems quite challenging, no?
Yeah, obviously. So when I completed my 12th, I was basically going for medicine in India. Okay. But unfortunately, due to some reasons, I was not able to crack NEET. And I didn't score so well. So then I was talking to my brother once, and he mentioned something about Germany. I'm talking before 2 years. Okay, so Germany was not famous at that time, and not many people knew about that. So my brother just mentioned in a conversation that, just research about Germany and think if you want to, go there. So I started researching. I searched on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere, I searched, but I didn't find anything. Then one of my friend mentioned that, you need to give IELTS in order to go to Germany. So I started searching for, all the institutions that provide IELTS classes and tutoring and kind of like that. So then I came across ElManana, and this was the first institute that I visited in Rajkot. Okay. And this was the first and last. I didn't go anywhere.
Many people's experience.
Yeah. So the reason for that was a big reason was Miss Janki Maradia, who is the managing director of ElManana. When I came to ElManana, I met her, and she explained me everything related to Germany, the consultancy, and the education and everything. So I was really inspired by her. When I saw her, I was like, I want to become like her.
It's the first impression, it matters a lot. I had the same experience with ma'am.
Yeah, so she is kind of like a role model till now, and I was very impressed by her. And then she told me that you need to learn German, which is like the foundation,
especially for bachelor students going to Germany.
Especially, yeah, right. So you need to learn German, and I was like, okay. That seems like quite interesting. I was learning only one language, like that is English, until my 12th standard, and I found it quite fascinating that I get to learn a new language and get to meet new people. So I said, okay, I'll try learning German.
I mean, you're being a bit modest. With German, you've accomplished quite a bit. You've learned until B2 now, which is sort of a minimum requirement if you're going for a Studienkolleg, because Studienkollegs tend to be German taught.
Yes.
Even if you go for a private Studienkolleg, the studies will be German taught. The FSP is going to be German taught.
Yeah.
So having that knowledge now, because obviously it's been some time since you first joined. What was your experience like learning the language, learning German and all?
So first, when I started with A1, I completed A1 in a month. Which
quite impressive, no?
Yes.
I don't think it's possible anywhere other than Mañana.
No, it's
and you performed quite well in your A1 as well, no?
I'm not bragging, but I got 96 out of 100.
In a month, by the way.
Yeah.
You know?
So when I first came, ma'am gave me a demo session, but then I got to introduce Mr. Manoj Ramani, who is the founder of ElManana, and he's also tutoring there. He's training students, and he helped me to learn a new language in just a month. And then when I came back, obviously you have to go out of Rajkot, out of Gujarat to give these kind of exams, basically in Delhi, Mumbai or Chennai, like that. When I came back to Rajkot after giving my exam, he was like, after 28 days, there was another exam for A2. And I was like, there is no way I can crack A2 in 28 days. But then he was like, I know you can. And then out of nowhere, I was booking my exam and I cracked A2 in just 28 days, which is quite commendable. And
yeah, it's the training that matters a lot, because this is it's a difficult thing, learning a language at that intensity, that speed, with that level of efficiency. It's very difficult. That's why I said in the beginning as well that it's not possible anywhere other than ElManana. The reason is these two people.
No,
that's sir and ma'am.
And I don't know if there are any other language institutes which provide these kind of tutoring in Saurashtra or Gujarat. I have never come across any other brand other than ElManana, and of course I'm forever grateful for sir's guidance and ma'am's guidance. So after I gave my A2, I got my results, and I passed it with very good marks. I got 84, and then I was like, sir, ma'am was like, you can easily go for German taught, or even if you want to go for English taught, that's fine. But then I started searching that you can already go after 12th, but there is something called 13th year of education in Germany. So that was very weird for me actually, because in India we usually get admission in any university after you complete your 12th, but in Germany it's not like that. They need you to complete your 13th year of education, which is like a preparatory course. Once you are ready for your university qualifications, then they take you to a university.
So for those people that don't know, because obviously it's a different country, you're not familiar with their education system. In Germany, you have 13 years of education. After the 13th year, you have what's known as your Abitur. The Abitur is like the final exam. Like your 12th exam in India, you have the Abitur exam. Once you get that qualification, you can join a bachelor's program. In the case of international students, they're the only ones that go for Studienkolleg, because they're the only ones that have 12 years of education. So those preparatory programs are made specially so that you can be equivalent to students who have finished their Abitur, which is what Hetvi is going to be going for.
Yeah. So when I started researching for my courses and everything in Germany, so obviously my course is like medical course. So each and every university has requirement of C1. And I was like, how am I going to give C1? Like almost B2. You need B2 for application, and once you go there, you need to give C1. So thank God, touch wood, I've completed my B2 now, and I will be going in summer 2025. So once you apply for Studienkolleg, you get admit of Aufnahmeprüfung, and you clear that exam. After that, you study Studienkolleg, which is the 13th year, and after the 13th year, you crack Feststellungsprüfung, which is the final exam that we have in India, like 12th board exams. That is Feststellungsprüfung in Germany, and after completing that in a German taught, you get admit from a German taught for your bachelor's degree.
And I mean, this sounds quite complicated, very difficult. Actually, it is very complicated and difficult. But we've had students in the past do it. And especially, I mean, if you're going for an M course, it's very commendable. Medicine is a very important aspect of society, especially when it comes to European countries. These countries are in deep need for people who have some type of medical qualifications. Whether you've already studied medicine in India and you want to go there to practice medicine, or you want to go there to study medicine, there's going to be a demand for that skill in particular. We have a lot of doctors who have studied in India and have gone to Germany or are going to Germany to practice.
Yes, we have.
They also need German to the level of B2, because you're dealing with people in their own language, which requires some level of language proficiency. Same thing when it comes to students who want to go there to study. Even if you want to study some other programs, Studienkollegs don't just have M course; they also have T course. It depends.
Course.
Exactly. It depends on what your field is, your field of specialty.
Yeah. So basically, like if you want to go and study for computer course, you need to go for T course, medical courses, then M course, and then psychology or philosophical courses. Then you want to, you need to go for S course and like that. There are many courses. So yeah, basically I've done my B2 now, and I'll be going in summer 25.
That's great. Let's also talk. You've done an internship at ElManana as well. So after you finished your German with us, and then during this time period while you're finishing up with B1 and B2, you joined an internship at ElManana. So what's your experience been like with that?
Okay, so basically my internship started when I completed my A2. Okay, then sir was like, you have completed in very short time, but you need to you need to make your foundation very strong about this language. I cracked the exam, but my foundation was still weak. I could not teach some other students. So sir was like, you can do practice and you can teach other students as well. And I was like, no, I am an introvert, I can't talk to people. And then he was like, no, this is not going to work, you have to do. And when it's Manoj Ramani, you cannot say no. It's just like he says and you have to do it. So I started my internship, and it was the best decision of my life that I did that, because not only did I was I able to make my language strong, but also I get to be trained under Mr. Ramani. And training basically is like, you have to wake up at 5 o'clock, you have to be perfectly dressed, you have to be well groomed, and you have to be very kind and respectful towards other people. And I was an introvert, so I got to meet I got to meet new students each and every day, because I was a kind of a tutor. Yeah. So yeah. After that, I was quite lazy. I was not able to wake up early in the morning. But then, this training and this internship carved me into...
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's had its impact.
Yeah. Like I started with so many of my friends when I started the language, and now I am working with them.